Now, of course, not everybody's gone to college and taken a technical degree or gone to a coding boot camp or taught themselves engineering online for several years. So let's talk about the top 10 most in-demand and high-paying jobs for non-technical folks. Number 1 on the list is sometimes technical, sometimes not technical, and this is a program manager. Program managers are responsible for overseeing the development and launch of complex software projects that are usually multi-team projects across an organization. This role has an average compensation of $220,000, but that varies depending on whether you're more technical or a less technical program manager. However, midway or later in your career, the compensation tends to be similar between the two types of role. Number 2 on the list of non-technical, in-demand, high-paying roles is product manager. Yep, product manager is number 2 on both lists. Product managers aren't always technical. I've hired product managers who were from English majors or arts and science or came from user research or customer support backgrounds and then wanted to become a product manager. Product managers work with designers, engineers, sales folks, marketers, all across the board. And so anyone from any of those types of disciplines can also become a product manager at some point in their career if they're willing to extend their skill set. And of course, like we said before, product managers make one of the top salaries at $220,000 on average in total compensation in the United States. Now, the number 3 most in-demand non-technical role has technical in the title, so it varies definitely by how much technical ability you need. But it's the technical sales representative. Technical sales reps are responsible for selling technical products to businesses. And they have to have some sort of technical savvy to be able to explain the technical details. However, they are not ones who are coding themselves, and a lot of technical sales reps have been able to develop their skills without actually needing the full in-depth technical abilities. And so many of them come from non-technical backgrounds. It is more important to be a great salesperson than a great technical person in this role, but you need to be able to converse with more technical folks on the business side, as well as your internal engineers who are going to help those prospects understand the technical solutions that you're selling. This role makes on average $165,000 a year, but it's highly variable because you can actually make a lot of sales commissions, and those sales commissions depend on how much and what you're selling. The next on the list of non-technical in-demand roles are account managers. This is another type of sales role where you're responsible for managing the relationships with customers. You're responsible for not only ensuring that they buy your solution, but also that they're happy with it and satisfied after the fact. This is the 4th most in-demand role for tech companies for non-technical folks. However, you can make more money at an average of $200,000 in total compensation. But again, commissions vary wildly for this role. And if you're in the right role and the right team, you can make a lot more in commissions and make $300,000, $400,000, or even $500,000. If you're a highly organized individual, then you might be good as the technical program coordinator. This is another non-technical role that is very in demand. Some people have some technical experience here, but typically the technical part of the role title is about the teams that you're managing, not your own skill set. Technical program coordinators are responsible for coordinating the development of software projects. They work with engineers and with the customers to figure out what the requirements are, translate those to engineers. They make sure that they're tracking the engineers' projects as well as all the dependencies from other teams in the company to make sure that projects are running on time, are developed on time, and get launched. This is the 5th most in-demand non-technical role in the tech industry today, but it can also make $180,000 in total compensation every year. Those of you who are great communicators and great writers could be a technical writer. Technical writers write the documentation for software applications. This requires you to at least understand what the technical systems are doing and be able to clearly articulate that for a technical or a non-technical audience. Technical writers can make $160,000 in average compensation every year in the United States. Of course, Levels.FYI data tends to be highly skewed to the big cities like New York, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, and Seattle. But there are many roles across the country and many, many more people are being hired remotely. So you can make a great salary for your location and work for companies in those bigger cities. Just a caveat on the compensation data I'm going to be citing. There's a wide range of compensation for the different roles we're talking about, and we're just talking about the averages of total compensation. Total compensation includes equity, which is not cash. And if you're in a private company, that equity might be worth nothing one day, or it might be worth a lot more. If you're in a public company, it might go down if the stock goes down, but it's typically as good as cash. You just don't know exactly what the value is going to be. And as for location, compensation is very dependent on your location, but many, many more companies who are in the high-paying areas are hiring people outside of those areas remotely and still paying almost the same amount as they would pay people who are co-located in San Francisco, New York, or Seattle. Are you looking for a fulfilling career in tech but don't have any experience or technical background? Don't worry, because Careerist.com has got you covered. They offer courses in manual QA, quality assurance, sales engineering, UX design, and systems engineering, designed to help you land a great job in tech. The best part is over 30% of the jobs Careers helps you land are remote, so you can work from anywhere. As a student, you'll have access to the job application service, which speeds up the application process. Plus, you'll attend live classes, receive one-on-one guidance from a personal mentor, and participate in an internship so you can practice what you've learned. Careers graduates are already working in over 1,000 companies across 40 states, earning salaries in the range of $65,000 to $100,000. And as a viewer of this video, you can get a 10% discount for a course of your choice by following the link in the description below. So what are you waiting for? Head over to careers.com to learn more and start your journey towards a rewarding career in tech. Thank you to Careers for sponsoring this video. The next non-technical in-demand role is the business intelligence analyst. So this is great for people who love data and maybe spreadsheets, can maybe go into business intelligence dashboards and use software tools, but are not technical coders or statistical experts themselves. People who worked in finance, consulting, business roles where they had to use a lot of spreadsheets, or who were just great at spreadsheets at school could be great business intelligence analysts. People who just tend to use data in their everyday jobs can be really good business intelligence analysts and make more money than if you were not working in the tech industry. BI analysts on average make $165,000 a year in the US. That was the list of the top 10 most in-demand roles in the tech industry today. Make sure you click like and subscribe so you can stay tuned for the next series of videos, including the top 10 most in-demand creative roles in the industry.